1-1 it would finish. Coming into this, Spurs had 1 win in 7 in all competitions. This is how things are looking after the game. Rangers now 8th in the table, above Spurs on goal difference. And this is a look at that table as well. As you can see, 1 in the qualifying part and 1 in the playoff spot below them. And Timo Werner, though, I wanted to bring this up, who was taken off at half-time. Ange Postecoglou actually said he wasn't playing anywhere near the level he should be. And so that was interesting to hear him say that, obviously. Jan, what do you think of him saying that about Timo Werner?
Well, what can you say about Timo Werner has not been said? I follow this player all his life. He is the quickest man alive. He's sometimes a goal-getter. Then he starts being a I don't want to be a goal-getter kind of thing, running around. Then Tottenham take him on. Then he had a Champions League game where he had to go off because it was so noisy for his ears. Then he wanted to go to Liverpool. He said that. I want to go to Liverpool, and then he ended up with Chelsea. What can you say? He won the Champions League and go on and on. Postecoglou, I think, now has to feel that he's on pressure himself. He's defending some weak performances over the years, or over the games, sorry. And Timo Werner is sometimes being the worst. I have to say that I love Timo Werner. If you work with Timo Werner, you will love him, because he's a funny kind of player, always honest, but he's not producing. And Timo Werner, this was #1 striker for Germany for a long time. And Postecoglou, that is demands. And if you can't live with that, you have to go back to Germany.
When we talk about records as well, Jan, as I mentioned, the Spurs now, that's just 1 win in their last 8. Obviously, we've mentioned that City had 1 win in their last 10. The win for Spurs was, incidentally, against City. What do you make of that for their recent run?
I make of it that it's sometimes ago when they won 4-0 at Manchester City, we thought that Postecoglou will have a statue in London next to Lord Nelson. So he was the best manager ever. The problem with Postecoglou is for everybody there to see. I mean, you can criticize sometimes Guardiola when he was at his best to have an A, B, C, D, E, F, G plan, but Postecoglou is so... He's stubborn. We all see that he's stubborn. But, I mean, there is a danger of Postecoglou. Can he do a plan B? And you have to win football games. Yes, I know that we talked about a Spursy kind of thing. They tried Mourinho. They tried Conte. They tried everything. But sometimes down the road, there will be a levy that will be not saying that I trust this man, and he'll be fired, because you have to win football games. You don't have credit at all. I mean, Pep got 4 league trophies last 4 seasons in the bag. Postecoglou doesn't have that, and you saw that tonight as well.
Postecoglou has said that he does usually win a trophy in his 2nd season, though. We did hear that, obviously, earlier in the season, don't forget. Well, let's look way up good and bad, then, for Spurs right now, because this is what we're seeing, I suppose, in the good sense of things.
Well, good sense of things.
They're ahead of Manchester United in the table.
I guess, and if only they got to play Manchester City every day. Because that apparently is what brings the best out of Spurs. And it's not just this season, in years past as well. They've always been very difficult for Manchester City. But they are unable to bring that same level of play, that same level of intensity, that same level of productivity. And now you add to that, all of that I had just mentioned, the fact that this is a team that is so bad in terms of their structure defensively. In fact, when I say structure, they have no structure defensively. They really don't. When you think about a Sunday league game, guys that went out on Saturday night, and then they have to defend on Sunday, that's how they recover defensively. We're going to get there, and you're depending on the fast guy. Hey, Van de Ven is going to get there. He's going to get there. That's how they defend. It's desperate defending. It's chasing the ball. It's all over the place, and they don't really have the structure to get the ball away from other teams by being organized. There is no organization to Spurs, and until they figure that out, and apparently this is not the way that Postecoglou wants to defend or wants to play, then we will continue to see performances that really end up being losses, because at some point, this game is going to demand from you that you defend and defend well, and they just don't do it enough.